Morning to you. I'm feeling particularly good this morning. Having my Equator Chemex. I don't speak Spanish very well. I know some Spanish. I remember learning some as a kid, and some things stuck in my head. Like, I can count. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, siete, ocho, nueve, diez. Once, doce, trece, catorce, quince. Yeah, I can count in Spanish. Know some random words, but you know, I have some. But yeah, no, that's the Equator Cafe. I always insist on saying cafe, the French, the older way of saying it. Because that's more of an English language thing where they decided to take cafe, which was the substance, and we use it for the reference of the place you go to drink it. But I don't know, I just always had the habit of saying cafe versus coffee, but not really necessary. Having my delicious Equator coffee from cafe coffee from Peru, I believe. Yeah. But I have some cold brew. It's this stuff that I'm not a particularly big fan of. The one that I thought was going to be like the Ethiopian coffee. It's this Kahawa, 1893. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I've decided it's actually a 5 out of 10. But it's, doing a cold brew of it, because one of the problems I had with it, the claim of what it had note-wise is completely wrong. I found it to be very chocolatey, very close to a dark roast. Honestly, I wouldn't. It was a medium roast, but it was pretty dark. So I decided to try it out cold brewing. So I did that, but right before I went to sleep yesterday. Did what? This one, I did do certain things a little unique. Like, for instance, I only did 8 hours. No bloom. So I didn't actually use the hot water. For this coffee, like a warm bloom risks immediate extraction. Extracting more of the roast character I'm trying to suppress. So that's why I chose to not have a bloom on this one. Only left to 8 hours. The no steep for 14 to 24. Research has actually found that many components extract rapidly, with some approaching plateau roughly within like 7 hours. Like room temperature. I will say, refrigerator will slow down such things, but for this, because of the darkness of it, and I prefer a more tea-like cafe. I like to have my citrusy flavors in there and stuff. So I decided that I am doing using the French press to filter it first, to as you see, and then I was pouring it into my Chemex-filter. So that's what I'm doing with that one. You know, I've learned a lot about coffee. Brewing methods, different flavor profiles. I never really cared for it as a kid, and then I decided at one point that I would, like, there's got to be something good. And so I invested a whole bunch and got tons and tons of stuff. You know, it's kind of like with the working out. You you make mistakes, misconceptions lead you to errors, and you've got to fix that. And that's in a lot of things in life in general. But those are two things that are very relevant to me, into my daily life. So I guess that's why I bring them up. But yeah, like for instance, like the working out. I was thinking about making a full series of videos, idea of breakdowns of a whole bunch of mistakes that I made, why I made them, why a lot of people make them, and how to avoid them. And honestly, I think that I'm the sort that I would want to make a video for each individual mistake. I already written down 19. A lot of them are dietary. There's some exercise stuff in there as well. Like I could go over like 3 of them. Why not? What better have I got to do while I'm fiddling with this? Like for instance, one that I was really messed up with. Form and technique. Whenever I first went to go work out, this like back when because like I was athletic as a kid, did lots of different things. A lot of it was forced to do. I didn't want to do, like baseball, but I loved swimming, and I went to state in swimming. I was a very successful swimmer. Funny considering my name is Shark, right? But no, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I was very good at it. Still am a fantastic swimmer. But so I was always athletic, but whenever I just joined the military, there were certain things I needed to do. For instance, I was joining, I had to do the pass test, because I joined to be a PJ, washed out of that in training, didn't make it through selection, but not the point. I did have to pass the pass test so I was able to do everything. I was able to beat everybody in the pool. But something they could do that I couldn't do was the pull-ups. And so I had to start working out to increase my strength, because I realized I needed to build more. And that was the technique, was something that I failed with horribly, because I didn't know anything about weightlifting. And so when I went there, I just go in, it's like, oh, well, I need to work my back out. This machine works your back, okay. And I would just use it. Or, oh, this exercise does this. And I just did it. And I didn't realize that the form I didn't think about it. It's not. I wasn't that stupid. I probably could have figured this out, but I didn't think about the fact that the way that you are engaging in the movement is going to activate a very specific muscle, and that is incredibly, you need to know that. It's not like you need to go get a full degree or anything. This is not super complicated information. And that mind muscle connection, of course, can help a great deal. Go and do it and see what is being activated. Feel it and feel for it. And you can alter so that you're engaging the correct area. That was, yeah, that's not a complicated thing. And yeah, I just, yeah, I messed that up. So yeah, that was a big one. And then there was another thing was I got obsessed. Another good example of something that I wish I hadn't done. This is more dietary, but like getting obsessed with, it can be used in other stuff, but for me it was a dietary example. Getting obsessed with emulating something. I'm obsessed with Bruce Lee. Love the guy. Think he's amazing. What do? Well, my dietary choices, whenever I was first, this, more recent, this is much closer now. It was a while back, but I found out that he ate lots of small meals and snacks and stuff. So he's eating like 6 times a day. And I saw that and there is research to show that there's benefits of doing that. And I chose to do that, and that was incredibly stupid because I was trying so hard to force myself to do it. And even when I realized that it was failing, because my body does not react well, and my brain especially does not react well to that mode, and I just kept fighting it. I eventually stopped, but yeah, that was a major mistake on my part. I messed that one up real bad. You need to try different things, but work with yourself. That is really good cafe. What's another really? Ooh, I know. This is like the biggest mistake that I ever made. This was also whenever I was joining the military. I was obsessed with cardio. Now, that's not a problem, right? But what happened whenever it tried to be translated into building muscle? There were some problems there because I, always being a cardio person in the pool, thought that all that mattered was sheer quantity. And so I was obsessed. I thought that, okay, well, I don't need to go get weights that I'm going to struggle with. I can do 20 pounds. It's just a matter of how many times I do it. And so I wasn't even going anywhere near failure. First of all, I just thought the mere sheer quantity, which was essentially getting cardio effects, was going to build the muscle up. That's not how hypertrophy training is going to be effectively accomplished. But I was doing things like, I'm going to go do the assisted pull-up machine. But I'm going to put so much weight on there that I'm going to do 40 reps. Like, okay, that's sounds good. Yeah, you're doing 40 reps, 3 sets of 40. That sounds impressive. The number of reps is high, but I wasn't failing at any point. I probably could have done 60, and then this got me very, very bored, of course, as well. I hate that just sheer quantity. Oh, um, that was incredibly stupid. Oh, and I do see people do that in the gym all the time. You see them going over to a machine and then they're just, they're just going at it. I do find that it tends to be women more than men that fall for this one, but men too. It's just people in general. A lot of people fall for this one, and I did. I thought the sheer quantity, because I was a cardio person before, the sheer quantity was good enough. And no, it's not. You actually do need to get close to failure. You don't need to go to failure every time. That's not necessary. Um, I go to failure a lot more than most people do now. But yeah, you don't need to go to failure every time. But you need to, be within like 3 reps in reserve. Like that's you need to do that. And yeah, no, I gotta push yourself a bit, man. Yeah, that was a big one for me. Huge mess up there. Wasted so much time, and that was because and then the me at that time thought so little of like muscly people, because I've always been a bit more of a lighter physique. Like I can show you images. Yeah, I wear all these baggy clothes. I can show you a clip of a gym here. I might cut that in so you can see what I'm looking like right now. Like I'm definitely getting stronger and stronger, and I'm relatively okay. I don't think I look great, but I tend to be more. I don't tend to bulk up a lot, so I probably could, but I don't know. My body seems to struggle with it a bit. But yeah, no, it's those are some big ones. I might cover more about the mess ups and stuff. But the last bit of this is draining out now, and then I need to go put the tea on to brew and go on my morning walk. So, have a good one or a bad one. I won't tell you what to do. But try not to make the mistakes that I made. No good in that.